Hey, and I'm live. Hello. Hi, Lisa. One of those off weeks with the mysteries. Didn't have anything planned. Took a nap, woke up. The hands were itching to shuffle some cards. So here I am. Give everybody a few minutes. Anybody who pops in. I know Allie just had Lady Soul on as a guest this evening. I caught a few minutes of that. So that was a nice to see Allie has her energy, well, her energy to her own up and running. So how you doing, Lisa? How's your week going so far? Pulls, do a little bit of chit chat, pull a few cards, do a little bit for the collective. It's been a long day. Weird energy today too. Lots of weird energy lately. I'm itching for some sun though. We have had nothing but cloudy skies and rain. It's better than all that snow. um, but after a while, I don't suffer from the season disorder, but I'm getting a little irritated. It would be nice to have a little bit of sun. Let's see, hanging in there. Finally getting use of my hands. Oh, wow. Sorry you've been having health issues, my dear. Hi, Emerald Butte. Yeah, Buddha. Emerald Buddha. I stopped in really quick to see Allie and Lady Soul, and I saw your name up on the screen. So I hope you had a wonderful reading. I'm sure you did. I mean, Allie, Lady Soul, excellent readers. So how is your week? How's everybody's week going? On every Tuesday from 1 to 2, I have a group I go to for grief and loss. And a lot of people, think of just grief and loss as losing a loved one, but much more than that. It could be loved one, loss of job, loss of sense of self. You know, I find the group I've taken a couple of times very therapeutic. This week was a little rough, an unexpected memory. It was a good memory, but it took me off guard and it made me kind of cry and get a little weepy. But that's okay because you know what? We're humans. We're supposed to cry. We're born with feelings. Feelings. I have our feelings. So this has been a weird month so far. Yeah, a lot of, who was it that was describing it today? Septina and Heather from Silver Star Priestess did a live this afternoon, sharing their tuning forks, which, oh, I have got to get myself a set of tuning forks. And with Heather's crystal drums, and they're talking about the energy and how energy moves through, and that push and that pull, that push, and having to get through things, kind of like labor pains, so I think this year we're going to start off with some labor pains. We're bringing in new energy, um a new a new house speaker. I don't get into politics too much, but can't ignore the fact that 2-year anniversary just happened of January 6th, and energies are shifting through politics, through global, um, everything, even in local communities. This is just and a really cool story. Just want to see, I saw, hi, Joan B. Thanks for stopping by. Thank you. Thank you. Hi, Tammy. It's so funny because my StreamYard doesn't show the emoticons. It's interesting, showing me Emerald Buddha's little green hearts, but it says Heather and everyone, hand, purple, blue, peace. So, hand, not wearing any purple, but some purple. Peace. Um, but I went to an artist lecture on Tuesday evening, or was it Monday? It was Monday. And this artist, he's 85 years old. I've known him connected to this art and cultural center since 2011. His name is Mr. Rogers. He's actually quite famous. He's worked for Disney, for Marvel. Some of us who are older, I don't know if you all remember, there was a CBS or NBC special back in the 70s. It's called Witches Night Out. It was for Halloween. Um, that was Mr. Rogers who created that, the gentleman artist up here. So he's done a lot of work. He's well known, and he shared an experience that he just recently had. And if you were to tell me, even last year, or that this individual, knowing his character and my, interactions with him, he's a lovely gentleman. But his art and everything, he shared that he was having a cup of coffee, and all of a sudden, it wasn't, he said he didn't see it with his physical eyes, but he was, I mean, he had an ascension um, experience. He found himself surrounded with pure, not pure white light, because he says, everyone talks about, the proverbial, white light that they all see. And he says, there's no way a human can put into words um, the experience that he had. It was like he had reached ascension. He had touched like another dimension, and there's this beautiful white light with um, luminous colors. Like there were other subtle hints of colors, and he says it surrounded him. It vibrated. It was just this incredible existential experience, and I didn't know that that's what he was going to talk about, and I was going to maybe not go, but I said, no, something needs for me to go. And I ended up meeting another fellow reader that was connected with the NAC. It's called, the abbreviation is the NAC, which is the Niagara Arts and Cultural Center. You can easily find it on Facebook if you Google it. And it's the old traditional high school here in Niagara Falls that was saved. And for the last 15 years or so, they've been trying to get grants and funding here and there to remodel it. And they've been turning old classrooms into artist studios, the old theaters for operas and plays and things of that nature. And so I went, and he did this painting, just as he said, feebly trying to represent what he saw and experienced. But for this gentleman, who he said, he's Christian, and some of his work has reflected his, some of his spiritual beliefs and whatnot. Hello, yes, you can. All right, we know who's here. He wanted to reflect, try to reflect. It's happening to all of us. A lot of us are having these experiences. And say hi, Monty. Say hello. Why are you looking the other way? Oh, you're supposed to look this way. Say hi. Say hi, everybody. So, um, that was amazing. That's how I started off my week, was going to this lecture and hearing about Mr. Rogers' experience of being enveloped in this white light, and just how it confirmed the fact that, there is something outside of us, whether we want to connect to it as, higher power, energy, or whatever. but just having a moment with coffee and just going into a calm state and then being surrounded by this incredibly beautiful, loving white light. No faces, no sounds, no nothing, but just, he says he couldn't put into words. There's no human words to express the power, the energy, the beautiful sense of, oneness, that he felt in this white light. So yeah, for like Lisa, everybody's feeling it. People are changing. People who are not changing are going to um, be energetically left behind. Things are moving forward. I know a lot of our readings, I've been into, in chat for a lot of other fellow readers when we go in, been asking everybody, what does our year look like or the next few months? And even though the readings are positive, for a lot of us, we're getting those difficulties. But it's the beginning of the year, the shifting of the energy. Sometimes you have to go through, a little bit of hell to get to the other side. So yeah, you're going with my little musical references, but um, it's just a lot of us are going through it. So don't feel alone, Lisa. We're all in this together. And as I'm telling my story and trying to keep my cat from drawing blood in my legs, his claws, when he gets pet and he gets all that love, he just goes, "Oh, mommy, that feels so good." Hi, Dina. Hello, Dina. Oh, that's fine. Oh, laundry. We have to do laundry. Oh, so Lisa, you have heard of that cartoon? Yes, Witch's Night Out, and he's, I think, also worked for BBC because Mr. Rogers is actually Canadian native. He's from Toronto. So I learned a few new things about him that I hadn't. Um, on nerve and arthritis. So hey, everybody, if we can send some healing energy, some positive energy to Lisa, that would be great. Also today, Dolly had her hysterectomy to remove, you know, um, like her uterus. They had found cancer in her uterus, so she was able to go in for her surgery today. So also to keep Dolly Wolf um, in our thoughts and prayers as well for her to get healed up and feel better. Electrical jolts. Oof. Yeah, I'm starting to experience backflow in my legs, so I'm getting developing swollen edema. Yeah, it sucks as we get older. Oop, let me remove that. So, hello Serena, hello Mama Bear. Hi Beth. Oh Beth, I know you said you're not good with techies, but um, one of these days, if you want to come on, that would be awesome. Um, what wonderful insights. If anybody doesn't know Gerald from Tarot Stash, he did another Tarot the Stash Way yesterday, and he started working on the majors. And everybody, what they bring to class on their interpretations or what they get inspired by with the tradition and bringing, the traditional RWS moving forward into the new millennia and stuff, and how they perceive the energies and the imagery and the understanding of the cards. It's just incredible between Gerald what Gerald shares with us, and his incredible, knowledge of his from his studies, and people like Beth, um, and Robin from Toadstool Tarot, um, Tortoiseshell Moon, Kathy. I mean, ow, okay. We're getting a little too excited now, are we? Yeah. So we're going to say bye bye. Okay. There we go. Yeah, mommy's not in the mood for having blood drawn from her leg tonight. So, yeah, if again, if you ever get the courage, I know you said you're techie, challenged, but I can always work around that. We can always make it work. Um, Slathering icy. Oh, I love icy hot. Yeah. Getting older is a real treat. Yeah. Oh, you too, Lisa. Wow. We have another cancer survivor. We're having more survivors now. And I think a lot of it too is like moving forward into the new year is that um, more and more people are turning to holistic practices to go along with the traditional Western. Hospitals are more open to people coming in and doing Reiki treatments for their patients. And one of the things that I remember sharing with Miss Tarot D, because I think she just finished her last chemo, I'm not sure, but because of the pain of everything that goes through with chemo treatments, when I was learning Reiki, when I was learning it in Sedona, um, our teacher used to would tell us all the different ways. There's no wrong way to use Reiki. Basically, it can be used for everything. And she would have um, practitioners. She would have people tell her they would go in and with their loved one's consent, even though the hospital might be like, okay, especially then kind of getting into the woo, they would actually do Reiki treatments on the chemo bags, before they put it to help raise the vibration of the chemo and stuff so that it would lessen the pain and lessen the sickness. And it had been reported back to my teacher. She's in spirit now, but it had been reported back to my teacher that that power of that energy of that prayer going into that chemo bag did help the patient with their treatment. It did lessen the nausea, the sickness, and some of the pain. Is that going to be maybe for everybody? I think so, but to what degree? We're all different. Um, so let me see. I loved it yesterday. We all bring so much knowledge. We do. We really do. All different walks of life, all different life experiences, all different cultural beliefs and upraising, different cards. I mean, and our own individual spiritual print, you know, with the wisdom. And I'm just going to try to do this a little carefully. You see your comment go on the screen. It's because I accidentally, my cat, his fur magnetizes right to the screen. I'm not sure with her, but I told her so much that helped me. Okay. Um, so, rather laugh with sinners than cry with the saints. Need a little, yep, exactly. Why does it seem like this month is taking forever? I don't know, but I really don't want it to go fast. It just seems like since I turned 21, the years just have just been all a blur. So if things are slowing down a little bit, for me that's good because last couple of years I feel like I'm just life is just in times just slipping through, like like the solar system slipping through your fingers. And if everybody knows what that line is from, um, you're a friend of mine. Hint is from Star Wars. Um, so thank you, Tammy. Oh, I was blessed when they finally let me have mine. For many years I was sick with endometriosis, fibroids. None of the doctors would allow me, and I kept telling them, I'm not going to have a family. I am not intent on having a family. Just please remove it now. And no, none of them would. So finally, when I had to have a biopsy done on one of the fibroids, I was in my 40s because it had gone so bad. My GYO says, no, no messing around. You want, we're getting it out. So life has been so wonderful without the monthly. Let me tell you. Oh, I'm getting a bit tired of the Mercury. Oh, I didn't even know we were in Mercury retrograde, Dina. Oh, so Let's pull some cards, shall we? Whoa. Okay. I guess that one wanted to come out. So I pulled a whole bunch of different cards before I get started with personal questions. Iolite, third eye chakra, family. So at this time, moving into the new year, still celebrating. We just celebrated the new year with our family. And family starts planning for the year, the vacations, getting ready, for the next, kids going back to school. But also the third eye. Iolite is such a beautiful stone. I know I probably have mine in here somewhere. I am working on getting a whole set of these lovely. I can't show it to you because I would probably knock myself off of my live. But I have this beautiful little jewelry tray where I've been putting my crystals and my stones. And Iolite, of course, indigo color. I absolutely love it. Like the azurite, but iolite is really good for third eye chakras. So connecting with our intuition, connecting again, continuing to advance our connection to spirit, our higher self, our higher power, our ancestors. Um, let's pull a rune card from Kristen Louise's beautiful star rune deck. Let's see. Sleep has been out of whack. Yeah, my sleep was bad the other night because I had forgotten to pick up my medication, and it was the most bizarre thing when your body is used to help these pills helping when your body is used to having a pill help it to sleep for the last 4 or 5 years. Even when you miss a night, for me it was like I was in between sleep and being awake while being in the dreaming state and not sure at times which one was overlapping the other. That, oh my goodness. Hi, Septina. Hello. I was telling everybody earlier about your beautiful tuning forks and that you and Heather did, and then her bringing her bowls. I have got to get myself a set of tuning forks. My speaker wasn't good, so a lot of it was coming up, crackling a bit through my speaker. But it was beautiful. And Septina, if you're in the mood and your energy is there, let me know. I would be more than happy to have you join me if you like. And if not, that's quite all right too. And I'll be happy to pull a card in a little bit for you if you like. And so the rune card that we get is strength. And just like I was saying earlier, and what I was discussing in my grief group, my counselor Kathy runs the group, and she was asking us, being raised, are we okay to show our emotions, especially in public? Free to 10 minutes, great. Let me know, and I'll pop in the link. So the strength card with the tears, I mean, that's strength right there. People see in the group, they were saying that they were raised to believe that crying in public is a sign of weakness, a very vulnerability that they couldn't risk, and yet we continue to share in group that crying is a part of who we are. Just like I was saying a little while ago, when during that group I had a memory come up about my papa, and it was a good memory, but the tears started flowing, and but to remember that, and two, it's interesting. It's almost kind of like a personal reading as well for me. Family, the third eye, connecting with our loved ones, our ancestors on the other side. And if we're missing them because they're in spirit, it's okay to cry. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. If we are, what's the word I'm looking for? I always know it when I'm talking to people. When you're, when a loved one and you are no longer talking, like my sister and I weren't speaking for 8 years, and I missed her terribly. There were times when I would cry because I missed my big sister. Um, but I'm going through the same thing with my brother-in-law. I miss him. I love him. And it's been almost 5 years now. So it's just reminding us that when it comes to family, it comes to ourselves, there's no weakness in crying. It shows our strength. Um, Let me just want to see. I want a bell. Yeah, bells are lovely. So, I'm back to comfort someone. Yeah, that can be it too. Um, and let me pull a card from my Colette Baron Reed Hidden Realms. And I love how she put that little star in the tear, you know, reminding us that tears are part of spirit. It's a part of our spirit as well. It's who we are, it's how we're all connected again. Okay. The Camel Boy. Strength. What's following strength, do you ask? The Camel Boy asking for help, taking small steps. So this evening, whatever's that how our week is going, remember, um, taking small steps. For Dina, January is going kind of slow, and that might be a good thing because we take baby steps into getting the new year going. Um, our goals that we want to accomplish, things that we want to, projects that we want to start, whether physical, having to work on our health, our finances, whatever it is. Um, Taking small steps is okay, and asking for help is even, for me, that's the strong, is asking for help. Getting on the camel's back and walking and letting him carry you, taking the small steps through life's difficult. So I'm really seeing a pattern here. Um, Going through the same thing with 5 of my siblings, truly hard. Yeah. Oh, because of 45. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Estranged was the word I was looking for. And let me pull a card for our ET brothers and sisters. I know there's quite a few of us in chat who connect. We have spirit guides with our fellow ET brothers and sisters, and I'm using Scott Allen's Extraterrestrial Universal Oracle. Hi, Jezree. Hello again. Thank you for popping in, hanging with us. So, continuing to move forward with this week, I got pay attention to your heart and soul. Emotional and physical and emotional feelings are divine guidance. So, also asking for help, asking your body, your soul to lead you, to help you, guide you. And if you're going through the physical, the emotional, spiritual, anything difficult, just like with the Camel Boy card, do not be afraid to ask for help, whether it's from spirit, from your higher self, from people in a profession that you can ask for help, from family, if you have family that you know that you can turn to, friends. So they're there. The emotional support is there. Wow, lovely, lovely. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead, Septina, and put in the link here. And Septina is going to join us. I'll say join me, but she's going to join all of us. She's going to share her beautiful smile, her beautiful wisdom with us. Get my cards here put together. 9:30. I can be on for another half hour. Do some. I got my little 2 card spreads. And now that I'll have, in 3 minutes, cool beans. So I have see that I have Septina coming on. There are several 2 card spreads that I absolutely love that, and I'm looking at this one, and I think what really, because of the cards that just came out, one of the spreads is strength and weakness. So I think that would be a perfect 2-card pull for anybody who would want one. So if anybody would like a 2-card pull on what is your strength for going forward with this week and into the weekend, what is the strength and what is the weakness? And weakness not as in you being weak, but what is maybe a weaker trait or something that we need to kind of, exercise the muscle with, you know what is our major strength and what may be our weakness at the moment, that we can maybe look at it and reflect and maybe not quite see it as a weakness, and how maybe we can improve it moving forward with the rest of the week. So if anybody would like um, those 2 cards pulled for that, please let me know and I'll start highlighting them. I'll probably have enough time for about 5 of them. I have, let's see, 10 in chat, so um, that'll give me. I was gonna say me or Michigan. Gotcha, Dina. So I've got Dina. Oops. Okay, I'll take that off of there. I love the spreads you all shared yesterday. I did a 6-card. Okay, yeah, a lot. Okay, so we have Lisa. Oh, okay, here. Okay, hold on a second. Let me unstar. Let me put Jesri there. Whoops. Oh, this thing moves so fast on me sometimes. That's why I accidentally have blocked for 300 minutes or 300 seconds. I mean, some of my fellow subscribers. I felt so bad that day. Okay, Tammy. Let's see how many. I have 4. Okay. Natalie, hi there. I would like that with 2 cards. Hi, Natalie. I'm not sure if I've never seen you in chat, so welcome. Hello. Thank you for saying hello. Some people that are new to other people's channels just pop in and ask a question, so I appreciate you saying hello first. Thank you. And I will put you on the list. And Emerald Buddha, and I think that will be it. Unless, the readings, we have enough time afterwards. Because I've done a couple of lives recently when they went over 2 hours, especially when it was my channelversary. So right now I have 6. I have Dina, I have Jesri, I have Lisa, I have Tammy, I have Natalie, and I have Emerald Buddha. So we will get started. Let's see what cards, what decks for our first person, which is Dina. I'm just going to put that up there because Tina is still new to a few of you. She's got to get her computer started up. So for tonight, I automatically felt pulling wisdom, because it would be a nighttime wisdom of the night, deck and oracle by Colette Baron Reed. I have the Tarot de la Nuit with us as well, and the booklet this evening, because I've been studying the booklet again, and the author just has such beautiful poetry with some of the things that she writes on the cards that I'll probably be reading from that book tonight as well. So, and I have my regular backups here. So I have my runes. And sometimes I will have decks that will call out to me for individuals that, I won't know it until I get there. And I also have on the side the Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reed as well. Some of her choices of the major arcana are interesting to those of you in chat who have took Gerald's class yesterday. Some of them I agree with. Some of them I don't. but nonetheless, the artwork is just absolutely beautiful. And yeah, the picture's too small if it comes up. And there she is, the Miss Lovely. And the Miss Lovely Septina from the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracle.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Thank you for having me.
Well, you've been a busy lady today.
I have. I've been popular. I feel good.
Yes. So, everybody, if you have not heard of Septina, her channel is the Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracle. She sometimes shares her live screen with her most beautiful, intuitive son, Auric. He also has his own channel, and sometimes they do readings together. So if one of my moderators can put in Septina's link in the chat, that would be great. And I did just see somebody else pop in. Hello, Ivana. Hello, hello. Welcome. And I'm going to be actually doing the new moon reading next week on Ivana's channel. She's going to be hosting. So keep an eye out for that thumbnail. And so, did you hear what I was able to pull up for us sharing with the reads tonight when you were getting ready? I have this little card that came with my one RWS, and they gave you ideas for 2-card spreads. And I thought because we got that strength card talking about crying, being strength versus being weak, there's actually a 2-card pull for strength and weakness.
Okay, I missed the 3 minutes I was gone.
Okay, so does that sound good to you?
Yeah, that sounds beautiful.
And when I explain to people, when it comes to weakness, it's not necessarily a negative. It's just something that, like a muscle that needs to be worked to get stronger. It's something that we can work on, and we can use it actually as a tool, as a I want to say as a power, something to empower us with. So, yeah.
Turning our pain into power.
There you go. I love that. Turning our pain into power.
I'm
Wonderful.
choosing my decks.
Yep, I've got mine set aside. Oh, thank you, Dina. So this is Septina's channel. Please check her out. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And hello, Raven Parker. I'm not sure I've seen. Now, is Raven one of your regulars?
Yes, there's a lot of my soul tribe here. I'm very happy we share a soul tribe.
Yes, me too. I love when I see new names and faces come in, and it's like, oh, the family's ever growing, ever expanding. So welcome, Raven. Right now we have already 6. I didn't want to go too late, but I figured 6 would probably be good for 2 of us and 2 cards each. So, So Dina is going to be our first one, and I'm going to go ahead and. So do you want to go back and forth? I'll do the first one. I'll do the strength, and then you can do the weakness for Dina. So I'll go ahead and I'll start shuffling for my end on that.
Okay.
Also known as Melissa. Okay, Melissa. Hello. It's nice to meet you. Now, Melissa, do you have your own channel? If you do, please go ahead. If someone, you can let us know. And I can also have one of my moderators post that in the chat as well. Keep the family growing.
I'm pretty sure she just watches from this channel.
Okay. I love the name though, Raven.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's your daughter's name, right? I know it has something to do with your daughter. I think you told me that when I first met you. She came to my channel way back in the beginning. It was really nice to have her.
She will, though, in the future. That's
good. Awesome.
Very good. Nice to hear. Wonderful, wonderful. So, while Septina's shuffling for, the weak part that we need to focus on for this week. Dina, I pulled, here, let me, so the glare on the cards. I got the 8 of Swords. And so right now we have to, and when I can say, well, how can that be a strength? And I think it's the strength is that you are going through something that you feel trapped about, that it's kind of like on your, you got a lot of things on your mind. I know, like, I think you said in the beginning, January is moving so slow. um Try to take that sensation um of feeling trapped, and using that, or for me it feels like you are using it for your, for as a strength, um instead of being controlled by the fear of, the fear of the scarcity of the, and with this card here, with her just laying down saying, oh God, and she's laying on a clock too, so there's the evidence too of time, like you were saying before in the beginning. And there's a beautiful rose too attached to her. So even though you might be going through something, um that you feel trapped by, your strength is that you're not letting that hold you down. And I just want to go ahead and actually use the book, for these cards tonight, for the Tale Dewey, because I've been learning some really beautiful, prisoner of myself. Oh, that's interesting. So it says here, I'm a prisoner of my own shame and thoughts. I close my eyes not to sleep, but because I don't want to see the reality I live in. So I'm just going to, okay, should I lay here forever or should I trust the whisper? And for the strength is that you are not just going to lay there. You're laying there, you're taking a moment, you're addressing it, you're facing it, and you're going to take that which is troubling you, and you're going to use it, for good. You're going to, I hate to say, I don't like to use, swear too much, but you're going to make that bitch your own. you know, you're not going to allow that. You're going to take that and you're going to say, no, you're not going to control me. I'm going to take this energy, I'm going to learn from it, and I'm going to use it for my own benefit. So that's that card too for you. Hope that helps. She laughed. Good. I'm glad we got some humor in there. I hate using the B word because I think a lot of times it's used such a derogatory way, between women and towards women. But at the same time, there are moments when it's a good time to use it. So hopefully that was a good time.
I've always said respect all language, including the cuss words, but that's just it, respectfully and not overdone, right? And you're not one to do that.
God, I hope not.
So, lately I've been doing a whole lot of tarot on my own channel. So I decided to go with a Whispers of Healing Oracle deck, especially considering I'm reading for the weakness. So I want to keep this light and healing for the weakness. Reliable. Reliable is the weakness. Who is it? Is it you not being reliable to yourself, to what keeps you peaceful and tranquil? Can you rely on yourself to create a sacred space for your practice, your spiritual practices, to help you hone those skills? Be reliable.
Beautiful.
To your needs, your magic abilities, create a sacred space. That's it.
Yep. So take whatever you feel as a weakness and just play it like that beautiful instrument. Make beautiful music out of it. That's a beautiful card. What deck again is that?
This is the Whispers of Healing. There is a book with very detailed descriptions, but I always go with my psychic intuition.
Oh, that's beautiful. Well, that goes on my list.
I got it on Amazon for quite an affordable price a couple of years ago. I think it was like $20.
Ooh. It'll probably be less for the American, or around the same.
Yeah.
Dina says thank you. That's Shaw Woman. Dina's Shaw Woman. So thank you. She says makes sense. Awesome. Okay, so our next person is Jezree. So do you want to do the strength this time?
Okay, yeah. And I think I'll stick with the same deck. It can go either way, which I like.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna.
And the backs of these cards, Heather, are gorgeous watercolor. All of them are the same, but I think
That's
you'll
great.
appreciate that.
I'm glad you did that, because I have pulled out my notebook because I've been going through my art and
Oh,
doing, and I've got actually gouache and I have
it
watercolor.
looks just like that.
So
Oh
I've been
my,
cataloging and
that's beautiful.
doing my, and I was going to share some of that. And you just reminded me, and I needed that with the watercolor. That
Wow.
was a message for me tonight.
Yes,
So
it
thank
is.
you. Actually, I think I'm gonna, let's see. Oh, too many cards, too many decks. So let me know when you are ready, and I'll put you in the big.
Okay, Jess, my friend, you've got A Strength is Breathe. You have recently mastered the ability to take a breath, appreciate those, not only appreciate, but create those tranquil moments. And if you haven't, this is a signal to do so. Now is the time. You can create that flow of breath work to help heal you in any situation where you're feeling that sadness, that anger, any emotion that gets out of control, even happiness. I have seen some instances in the last couple of years where people get overly excited and want to run away with something too quickly. That's another sign of stopping and breathing. You're in a very good space this way right now, Jess.
Good night, Jules. Thank you. Thank you for popping and saying hi. Beautiful. So for weakness, and again, weakness is not going to be in a derogatory. It's something that we need to focus on for the rest of the week and to keep in mind. And I got the 9 of Cups. And with this deck, she likes to use a lot of fairy tale references. So of course we have, the frog and the prince. Now, why the artist actually put some like medieval artwork with, Mary and another saint in the background, I'm not quite sure. Um, Maybe the sinner, the kind of saint thing, maybe I'm not sure. But with the 9 of Cups, is the main um, what am I thinking? The main message that she has here is luck is my finery. I've always had the most ferocious ambition. Okay, so automatically, this is not a weakness. You're very ambitious. There's a lot of things that you are trying to take on, and I'm feeling that maybe too much. I'm going to keep reading, and it worked for me. Luck has been on my side. Look at me. I am beautiful, rich, loved. I have everything. I have everything one could wish for. Pure satisfaction defines my life. I feel blessed. Yeah, feel blessed to see me appear before you. I bring luck. And so the question is, um, sounds great, isn't it? But until they manifest themselves into your life, I want you to enjoy what you already have. Know that contentment will be yours, and that worries are in the past. So right now, there is no need for the feeling of lack. Um, it is coming towards you, just like what the book said. Um, Luck is on your side, and try not to see the lack that you may have right now being a weakness or wanting more, but just knowing that it's coming to you. These are really interesting tonight. We're getting these beautiful messages, and I'm thinking, and I'm still trying to associate them with strength and weakness. So maybe I need to learn myself, or readjust my perspective of what strength and weakness is. But right now, what I stands out here is that I want you to enjoy what you already have. So try to stay out of that fear of lack and just being grateful for what you do have at the moment. Good things are continuing to come But at the moment, don't let that fear of not having enough get to you. And gratitude is so important. It helps us through so many difficult, you know, phases of our life. It's every day when I wake up, it's like, oh God, that I have to remind myself during the day everything that I'm grateful for. You know.
Yeah. And it gets easier though the more we do it, and most of all when we figure out how to do it in a way that is authentic and not in toxic positivity.
Mm-hmm. And Just Reese says that she has a lot of irons in the fire at the moment. So try to get out of that fear of not being able to accomplish them. Yes, you are very ambitious, but just give it time and to use that as a strength. Um, isn't it weird when it suddenly goes quiet and you're looking for another word? It's like, okay, where's the next word? But I think it just be grateful. That's what I just keep hearing is be grateful.
Mhm.
So, and Night Jules, I think I already said good night and Just Reset. Also, thank you. Um,
You're welcome.
Hi,
Tie your
Ange.
blankets in the chat.
Love that. So, okay. Um, Lisa Rhodes is next, and I'm just going to switch over. And now, who's doing the strength this time? I am.
Yes, you are.
I'm
Oh, I just
goofy
got
tonight,
dizzy.
people. It's like avert your eyes. So I'm gonna grab this deck. It's interesting. Because I'm looking at saying I'm reading the messages and I'm like, but wait a minute, how can I help more? What can I put more? And then when it goes dead silence and there's
That's
nothing
part.
else coming, no.
It's part of channeling, and sometimes spirit gets slow too.
It's like that dead air. So Lisa, strength card. I know sometimes it's hard for us to see, see weakness as a strength. I mean, two cards actually go, hand in hand. Really, they reflect one another. I mean, okay, so Lisa, hubba hubba too. Hubba hubba alert. I got the oath card, and this strength is, you when you give you're loyal. When you give your word to somebody, whether it's to a family member, a friend, or whatever, you keep that word. You're very loyal, you're very trustworthy, you're very honest. Um, and just remember that you keep your promises to yourself as well. Sometimes we may overstep what we promised ourselves to help others, but to make sure that we too are, if not more, um, entitled to the promises that we make to ourselves. So and this could be collective as well for everybody. Um, Being loyal and keeping your word, but making sure that you're keeping your word to yourself first. I'll hand it over to you.
Okay.
Hubba
So
bubble
again,
gum. Sorry. I saw what Ange put in there. I couldn't resist.
hubba bubba gum.
Yeah.
Chew it up and spit it out, baby.
In the morning, there's the door. Go ahead.
Sorry, Lisa. So to further, just to add on to what Heather said, this is not a weakness. It's more of something you can improve on. And oddly, and I was shuffling, but you got the same one as the last person, breathe. So I just think you could learn to focus more on breath work. And it doesn't have to be the same meditation that you've seen from anybody else. Go within and figure out how it works for you. I had trouble falling asleep my entire life until I started something quite simple. And I thought everybody used to tell me to count sheep, and I thought how ridiculous. But I started counting my breaths instead of sheep. So I'm not seeing this visual of sheep in a cartoon, and now there's the psychic visions, and I still can't sleep. Just counting my breath. So now I'm visualizing breath. And then before you know it, you're waking up in the morning.
Wow.
It can be so simple. And I felt the need to share that with you because that's what you need to work on now. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you. MK, we are actually, questions are closed. We're doing a specific 2-card poll for this evening. But thank you for your question and thank you for coming by. And let's see, there may be a few more other readers that might pop on tonight, but there's going to be plenty of shows during the week. Yes, but I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I hope you can hang out with us for a few minutes. That would be lovely. So,
Good night, tiny trinkets.
oh, bye, Ange. Off to sleep. See, talking about sheep and breathing, and she got sleepy.
Right? It worked.
Well, she's a mom. She's working. She's a career woman. She's got the whole thing. Like, remember that Gina Tay, I can come home, cook dinner.
Gina Tay.
Yeah.
I remember, I can smell it. That's so refreshing.
Yeah.
I want to recreate that smell with essential oils.
Ooh.
I'll send you a sample.
That'll be nice.
Yeah. Okay.
I won't tell anybody.
Yeah.
There's still got to be somebody somewhere. Like, we have these perfume stores in our outlet mall that must carry almost like every perfume, on the planet. I'm just wondering if they still make that in some, like, in one of those perfume shops, or even in the dollar stores. I've noticed some old-fashioned, perfumes that are still being, marketed and shipped to some of the smaller stores. So, hey, never know.
And
You see
somewhere,
it, let us know.
and there's definitely an old gal like us buying up everyone on the shelf. Oh,
Gina Tay. Okay, next is Tammy A. And I'm going to take that off. And you are going to be doing the strength, my dear.
I am.
Hello, Rhiannon. Oh my goodness. Rhiannon Rambles and Readings are here. This is the first time I think she's been on in my chat.
Hi, Rhiannon. Hi.
What's the name of the perfume called? Jean
Nate.
I'm trying to remember the old fashioned. No, that's not a Heather.
We had the after bath splash. It was like a cologne that you'd splash all over you after the bath, and if you were lucky,
something like that. It is Jean.
It's Jean and then Nate.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Walgreens has it.
No way.
That's what Raven just said.
We don't have that up here. Oh, I'm going to get some smugglers working on it. I still want to try and recreate it because I don't like chemicals. So if I can recreate it naturally, you'll be the first to try it out for me and give me your opinion.
No.
Okay.
Up here.
Who are we reading for again?
We are reading for Miss Tammy A.
Tammy, darling. We've got transform as your strength. You have an incredible ability to transform after tower moments. You have taken whatever was truly important to you with you on a new journey. And not only that, but there's people following your example. They have seen how you've transformed and you've encouraged them to emerge from their cocoons as well. They are following you, whether you know this or not. I'm also getting the feeling of children might be important to you. This is beautiful. Transformation is your speciality, darling. That's it.
Okay. Now, I'm getting the feeling that the weakness cards are going to be from us feeling like we are not entitled to have the strengths or the successes. I'm feeling like that's where the strong message is, because under weakness, I have the success card. Mizey said, "Can I pull this card with you, Mommy?" And I'm like, "Yes, as long as you be a good boy." So I got the success card and it says, "Congratulations." And it goes, da, 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 da. But don't let anyone make you feel, or don't let yourself feel like you're not worthy of the successes that you have. Kind of like that self-sabotage that we do, where we get excited about something or we're proud of ourselves for something. And then all of a sudden we want to shut down and be like, well, there's no way that I can possibly, continue to, sustain this success or improve on my skill, or the feeling of, well, if I, am proud of this and I share it with people, people are going to think, um, like you're bragging or something. As long as you're not coming from a place of high ego and self-centeredness, celebrate every success. You have earned it, you're entitled to it. And celebrate yourself and every single one of those successes that you have had. So let me get out there just really quick. Aries girl popped in. Let's see. Oh, gee, everyone's really going for you on this, Septina. We have Anne just found Jean Naté Revlon for women, 30 ounces, and she gave you the link.
I know. Isn't that
Oh my
fabulous?
God, that's awesome. That's
Thank you,
awesome.
guys.
And let's see, there's some hot market for 80s. Remember Baby Soft?
Oh my God. Yes.
Every month, 17 magazine, there was the advertisement for Baby Soft. I couldn't stand the smell of it. What I did love was the smell of was the White Rain that came out.
I don't remember that. I remember
Oh,
exclamation,
really?
and all of us wore
Exclamation.
exclamation and killed everybody. I mean, you could taste it. Oh, you know.
So Allison wanted to, she's cramming for a test. Good luck on your test tomorrow, Allison. Taking a quick break. I missed the live. I wanted to say hi to Septina. So thank you for stopping in. And guess what, Aries girl, Allison, you're going to be successful. There you go. That could have been another message too. Like I said, a lot of this I think is for the collective as well. A lot of these. Thank you, Rand. Yeah, that's what I like about my chats. Like I tell people, I may not have over 500 subscribers, but the ones that I have, when I see them pop into that chat, brings a smile to my face. I know they're good people. I know they're kind to one another, and it's good energy.
Yeah,
I'm happy with that.
that's why we get along, because we run our chats similar, where we give people personal attention, and I love it.
Jean Naté is on Amazon for $13.99. Yes, Winson. And we're going to some of the Avon perfumes too. So, wow, Charlie. Yes, I remember Charlie.
Wow.
Quality over quantity, Rhiannon. Yes, that's what I always say. And so he's getting a little too wanting my attention again. So I'm going to pick him up. He's going to say, bye, everybody, again. Bye. Thank you for the card. Say thank you for pulling the card, Kimi. Thank you for letting me. Alrighty. Oh, I love my babies. But sometimes. Alrighty. Focus other. Next one we have is for Nat Lee. Nat, are you still here? I'm not sure if I missed you having a conversation with others in the chat. So yeah, he's got beautiful eyes. Yes, he does. Oh, Ange, exclamation. Oh yes, soft kitty, warm kitty, little ball of fur. I'm trying to remember where that came. Oh, Big Bang Theory. I never liked the show, but I remember that song. Happy kitty, sleepy kitty, purr, purr, purr. Yes. So, yep, Nat is here. Awesome. Okay, so I'm doing the strength this time, and I'm getting pulled actually to a different deck. So here, let's go to this one here.
Malibu
Musk. Yep.
I hated it.
I wasn't much of a musk. I liked.
Me neither.
To be honest, my favorite perfume since high school, and I still love it. I have a little bottle of it. Is patchouli. I know a lot of people don't like it. They say it reminds them of dirt.
I just made my own bottle of homemade patchouli perfume.
Ooh.
Yeah, and Patchouli Lightworker bought some from me, and it's completely natural.
I know, I love her name.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so
Vanilla Fields. That was the best one. It's hard to do a good vanilla, and that was the best one of vanilla scents, Lisa. Yes. Sorry to interrupt.
oh no, it's
I'm getting
okay.
excited now.
Remember, sorry, Nat, I just got to jump. Clairol came out with a shampoo back in the day. It was color green, and it had this beautiful picture of this blonde girl, and she had flowers. It was like an early herbal essence shampoo, and I always loved the smell of it. I wish they would bring it back. I actually found that fragrance. It's for burners, and they named it Heather. And the thing is, peeled off by now. But some people market it as Heather fragrance. It's not
Oh.
actual Heather, but I don't know if anybody remembers the bottle. It was green. It was Clairol herbal. It was their early herbal essence, and it had blonde girl, long hair with all these little flowers in it. It was like a little cartoon picture of it, and I was like, one day when I smelled it, I was like, oh, it's the shampoo. It's just I can't wash with it, but yeah, it's the shampoo. Oh, I have neroli right here too, Raven. I love neroli. I have Lane Lane. Yeah, I gotta get my little oil collection back together and start making some of my scents again. Okay, squirrel brain, focus, Heather. Nat Lee. Now I don't know he, she, but I got the altar princess. And for me, this is like the magician card um, in the tarot. And everything that you have it already with you. And that beautiful spark of creation, that star. And it's preparation. Oh, I'm hearing an echo. This is the first time I've heard an echo. Here, let me turn my phone, make sure it's down all the way. Okay, that was weird.
I'll be right back.
Okay. So I got like I said, the priestess. So under strengths, Nat, you're very prepared. You're very spiritual. You're very sacred. Ritual, your spirituality, going into nature, creating your own reality, creating your own manifestation. I'm getting manifestation boards, visualization boards, very in tune with yourself and the energy of nature. Um, that's you have, and when it's a sacred ritual, it's for some people, they like to do this huge ceremonial full circle quarter, all that's beautiful, but sometimes a simple sacred ritual can just be sitting, lighting a candle, taking several deep breaths, meditating for a few minutes, and just reflecting on your connection to spirit, your guides, and just being one with yourself. And so, okay, really going now. Okay, bye, Ange. Night. So, for you, that's the strength card. Um, the preparation, with the prayer, it's all a part of the divine magic that is in yourself. And speaking of patchouli, hi patchouli. Just really quick. So, Nat, that's and let me see. So true. Awesome. Love that. So yeah, the power, like for all of us too, the power is in our hands. And I just love how she's got that beautiful star, and the star containing all the elements: earth, air, fire, water, all the powers within our hands to manifest our own reality. So over to Miss Septina.
Okay. Okay. No, I didn't shuffle. Sorry.
Did I miss it? No, we were just talking about you, sweetheart. We're talking about our favorite scents and perfumes from the 80s and 90s. And I brought up patchouli. And then Septina said, well, my friend patchouli. And I'm like, yeah, I know. I love her name. And so, and then you pop in. It's okay. I'll be quiet.
Okay, Nat. So what we have here is the growth card, and Spirit is working through me to tell you to allow yourself to go through the next growth stage. The growing pains won't be as difficult this time, but it's time for another level of ascension. Just look at how beautiful this next level of ascension is going to be. And we have a lot of purple hues as well as a lot of earthly hues. So this is keeping grounded as well as psychic ability. So this is a practical blending of 3D realm and 5D realm in your reality. And I'm going to leave you with that.
Goes right along with my card. All the
Yes.
and everything all together. Yep. I know the art, Sid, that artwork is beautiful. I have to see if my local tarot shop has that. I'll have to get that maybe next month. Ooh, low battery. Oh, I can't have that.
Yeah.
I don't want to disappear on y'all. Whispers of Healing. I think I've seen that at my one local shop. So, and everybody knows Ray. Oh, awesome. I'm having a good time tonight. I'm glad I did this. Thank you for joining me.
Thank you. Yeah, just spur of the moment, I showed up in her live and she invited me in, and I always love to have a spur of the moment time.
He can't get enough. He just can't get enough.
I just can't get enough. Nice.
I love Depeche Mode. Don't even get me going. And I guess for people in chat who might be Depeche Mode fans, even though we lost Fletch last year, they were working all together on a new album. And of course, they're going to follow through with it. And this may be our very last Depeche Mode album. And it's called Memento Mori. And it's supposed to be coming out, I believe, in late spring, early summer. So looking forward to possibly the newest and very possibly the last Depeche Mode. But they've been like making music since they were like 17, 18 years old, together over 40 years. So, man. Yeah, it's hard when you start seeing the people that you grew up with start to, to pass and whatnot. Just kind of a reminder of your own mortality. And I just found out from Shan we lost Jeff Beck last year too, or recently, and I didn't know that. So, man, when we get to the other side, that's going to be some great concerts we're going to get to go to. So, Emerald Buddha, I believe I'm going to be the weakness one, and I wish they wouldn't put weakness. Next time I do the spread, I'm going to put strength, and then I'm going to put
what needs improvement.
Yeah, something's got to be. Yeah. But so the last one's going to be for Emerald Buddha. Aries Girl Depeche Mode was lit. They still are, but yes.
Do you know Aha just came out with a new album and it's fabulous? I watched
another one.
Go to their YouTube, Aha's YouTube channel, and they've released a few new songs and they're just breathtaking. Yeah.
They released their own documentary on their life story last year.
Really?
I rented it, yes. And a lot of it, they had to do captions because of, speaking in Norwegian, or Danish, whatever, but yeah, they fight each other. I mean, it's like that family where you just can't stop, fight, you fight and like, that's it. We're disbanding. They go and but they keep getting pulled back and people laugh because they're like, aha, ooh, but they don't realize that the pop was just a little bit of who they were in the 80s. They have been making such incredibly gorgeous music over the years. That's why I don't like American music, because, the minute someone gets, big, they get famous, then they get kicked off to the side. It's very rare for people to sustain, a career, a popular, music, over the years. And they're one of the ones that fell through the cracks. Their music is just beautiful, musical, sonic tapestry. I mean, Morton still has his beautiful voice. He's taking care of it. Even at his age, he's still looking as ever. I mean, so, okay, I'm sweating. I got to stop. On that note, go ahead, Sabtina.
Okay. Pardon us, Emerald Buddha, my goodness. Your strength is, this is the third time this has come up, and I did shuffle, Heather. It's crazy. Breathe.
Yep.
Now,
We all
with a
need to be
name like
reminded.
Emerald Buddha, this doesn't surprise me that you've already got your breath work down pat, your meditation, your ability to create a tranquil environment in any situation, pretty much within reason. Keep up the good work. I don't even want to elaborate further on that. You're doing fabulous.
Wonderful. I mean, I think a lot of these readings are pretty much collective. We can all relate, to them.
It's good advice for anyone. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, they never stopped making music. No, they didn't, Sid. They've got to have at least what 9, 10 albums, I think, between lives, and they're still very big in Argentina too. So, and it made me sad really quick too that Duran Duran was able to sustain their popularity into from the 80s into the 90s. Maybe not so much now, but they get on the charts here in America. But uh-huh, it's just one of those sad stories where, okay. So, all right. Now, this is interesting. I got another 9 from this deck, Emerald. And it's the 9 of Pentacles. Isn't that beautiful? Just absolutely love the artwork. It's a very gothic deck. And like I said, with these, I love reading. I've been actually trying to copy these down into a book so that I can refer to these with my other cards um, as well. The 9 of Pentacles, a lady that rewards. I've worked hard and now I feel I own the world. Beauty, fame, luxury, wealth, they're all in my life. I do deserve the comfort that is mine now. The road has been long and it has kept me very busy during summer and spring. But now that winter is here, also are my rewards. Be glad to meet me, for I announce a good time of harvest and welcomed rest. Prepare yourself for cheers and celebrating. Maybe you shall have some final efforts to make, but that shouldn't worry you. Like me, you have your magical wand in your hand and you know how to use it. You're at the right time, at the right place. So, on your weaknesses, it's just, again, that fear of success, possibly, of not achieving what you had hoped to achieve. This card is saying right here, you have worked hard. It shows you deserve to celebrate. And also too with the wand, the power is in your wand. Um, not being afraid of using it. Um, and at the same time, it could be that perhaps for this reading, that maybe in the past you didn't use it for the good, and that maybe you're afraid of it or you're not quite sure how to use it. But it's to let go of that fear. You have the power in your hands. It's in your wand. It's in this beautiful card of 2, and it's winter. I'm not sure if it's winter where you are, Emerald, but for here, we're going through our winter months, and it's still that beautiful celebration of everything that you have achieved through hard work, and to remember to celebrate that, acknowledge everything that you have achieved, and to remember to remind yourself that you are enough and the power, all of us, are in our hands. And I heard a little bit of a laugh. What did I miss?
You have your wand and you know how to use
it. Yeah, well, according to this card, you do. And she's calm, she's confident, she's looking you right in the eye, and she's saying, you know it, you can do it. The power is right there. So, I thank you, Heather. I just pulled up Aha's. I'm going to have to go check it now. I'm like all excited. Um, and Sabtina actually talked about wands recently. Oops, let me put this back this way. The card is gorgeous. Yes, Patchouli. Here, let me pull up the front. It's an interesting deck. It's Tarot de Louis. And it's
That is gorgeous.
It's gothic. It's them trying to present the artist presenting the beauty of those who are attracted to darkness, to kind of like the melancholy, and still finding the beauty, that's in it. There's some cards that are can be a little disturbing to me, but um, I like using this deck when I do my true crime and my investigative, because of that little bit of the edge with a little bit of the darker colors and some of the energies. But it's not a dark energy deck.
Right.
It's just really beautiful, and there's references to the Black Swan in there, for Natalie Portman. There's reference to Cinderella. There's a couple in there that actually look like one of the male models looks like Brad Pitt. We have one that to me looks like Meredith Brooks. I don't know if anyone remembers Meredith Brooks, but I'm a bitch, I'm a lover, So it's just really cool the different.
Ooh, you said it twice, Heather.
I
Twice
know.
in one live. Ooh.
Oops. My son is Sag, and so am I. Woohoo, us Saggies. Oh, that's wonderful. Sid, I'm a bitch. Oh no. See, what I was talking about bitch earlier is just the way that it I know women are saying that they're using it to take back their power and what it means, because of how it was used to dehumanize us, and to degrade us. And while there are some women that do that, society is also now laying is promoting, or not promoting, encouraging, like the reality TV shows and things, where it's okay for women to use it in a derogatory to each other. And so while they're saying we're taking it back, they're actually kind of being almost tricked into actually still using it as a weapon. And instead, it's against each other. So for me, it's kind of like that fine line.
Well, this is why I won't watch RuPaul's Drag Race, because they say it constantly and it bothers me. It does.
Oh, see, I don't get to watch. I don't have the app or the
My hair is
cable.
driving me nuts. It's my OCD. And I know you guys probably don't care, but I can't stand to look at that one little piece
Oh
sticking
yeah, it
up.
drives me nuts. I keep going like, "Ugh."
And now my hair is stuck in a knot. So I'll leave it.
We're almost done. And I like what Jessica said, if we don't respect ourselves, no one else will. So sometimes, I can joke and they'll be like, "Oh, where my bitches at?" And that I can understand it being, but at the same time, I really think, I'm hoping that the new younger generation will start, especially the women, will start raising their daughters to understand what the different, you know what I mean, the difference is.
Yeah. And how often you say it, because words are spells and we're putting a certain energy out there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. That's why I don't like watching the reality shows. Are awful. I mean, The Bachelor, The Bachelorette. I'm sorry, but that's, well, never mind. I'll get off my soapbox. But for me, it's just
But you
promoting.
know what? It is your soapbox, and we love your opinions. We love you, and you have a right to speak them.
To me, I think it gives the wrong idea to men and women that they can basically, and I hope I don't offend anybody for using this term, but basically whoring themselves for 15 minutes of fame for that little bit of money. You know, to me, to watch or know that these women and men are doing these things, you know, for to get famous, to, because I mean, like, do you really think when they give you that rose or that flower or whatever that they're going to be faithful after everything that, and to me it just puts out a bad message to people, especially our young generation.
Yeah, and I might be guilty because, but I did it 17 years ago. I was on a reality TV show. And to this day, they're still playing it. No, don't be. It's a different kind of show. It wasn't a dating show. I did it to get $20,000 worth of porcelain veneers, which you see on my lovely smile today. However, my teeth are rotting underneath them. Porcelain veneers are for movie stars because they can afford to replace them every 15 years, as you should. But it was quite the experience. The show was called Style by Jury, and it was on the Women's Television Network, but it was playing all over the world. And I was working a retail job selling shoes, and people would recognize me constantly. It was really funny.
Wow.
And so I got what I wanted out of it. I also had a birthmark on my forehead, which they removed. And now I miss it because I know that birthmark showed how I passed away in my last life.
Oh, wow.
And
Ooh.
I know, but I have the memory of it. So that's really all I need. And now I don't have to have bangs covering that anymore like I always did. So,
And yeah, that's why I hope I didn't offend you. But
no, but I
just
wanted to
nowadays,
give,
I've been watching. It's like when MTV and VH1 used to play music all the time, and then when you hit 2000 and all these shows and these horrible things that the women would do to each other and the men would do, and then to me, it was just like, people, why are you allowing? Don't you see that you're continuing the cycle? And then I've had people tell me, well, you're a prude. I have a friend who tells me I'm prude, and if she still had the body or whatever, that if she could have done it, she would have and so I just think it's giving the wrong message to people. you know um if they're okay, the women that participate are okay, but if you look back too, a lot of these women later on in life have had difficulties in trying to come to terms with what, psychologically, what it did to them, moving forward in relationships and things. And yeah, it's not reality. A lot of it's scripted, a lot of
yep.
it's fake. um
Mine wasn't a relationship
yeah.
based show at all. It was a self improvement show, but based on looks, right? But those relationship shows, you're absolutely right. And it's a false environment that they're getting these people to fall in love with each other under, and then they go to reality and there is no helicopter ride to the top of whatever tower. And
Hmm.
it's people don't realize even in my reality show, I had to pretend I had everything done in 7 days, but it was a 2-month process to get these teeth fitted and all the dental work and the pain that I wasn't allowed to talk about how painful it was or anything.
Wow.
Yeah.
I had to put that up there, sorry.
No,
Headbanger
I
12.
missed it. I missed it.
Raven, yes. Oh, I used to try to stay up late, and back in the day I couldn't, so I would set my VHS tape for
Yes.
11:30 to go till what, 1 o'clock in the morning or whatever, to be able to watch, you know, the countdown and watch the videos in the morning. So, oh yeah, I remember that. Woo-hoo, I just put a big smile on my face. Oh, memories. And too, with like even with the cooking shows and these other shows, it's just um people belittling people. I mean, I don't know how people like that Ramsey guy who just curses at these people and make them feel like they're less than human. I
And
know it's
it's
a
for the
cooking
drama. They pay him to do that.
and it's just, to me, it's horrible. People love it, they enjoy it. I'm like, how can you enjoy these shows where people, it's Ida Franco years ago in one of her songs said that modern TV reality is like the modern day Coliseum. People come to watch to see people get slandered, hurt, demeaned, you know, and it's all for entertainment. It's just a modern day form of,
Yeah, it's gone beyond
it
a
really is.
banter, really. It's become insulting, and I don't even like celebrity roasts, and they know they're going into it to get roasted, but I get uncomfortable seeing them roast each other.
Hi, Miss Tarot D. How are you feeling, sweetheart? Hello, hello. I mentioned in the beginning of the live that some of our readers are in need for some healing energy. Lisa Rhodes, um, um, Dolly Wolf Girl. She had her surgery today. Sending lots of love. Miss Tarot D, if I remember correctly, you finished your treatments, I believe, but still lots of sending lots of healing energy. I love doing hugs. When people say just energy, I like seeing that energy and me putting my arms around that person and just sharing that loving and healing energy from the heart to the person while holding. So I love saying healing hugs, healing energy hugs. So yeah, wonderful. We're just about ending. But thank you for popping in and taking the time to say hi. It's so good to see you. And do you want to do one more final read for the collective? I kind of did one to start in the beginning, but
Yes, and
for
I heard
everybody that's
you.
here.
I actually heard you say something in the
Okay.
beginning how you would like for somebody to do this spread for you. So would you like me to do that for you, Heather?
Oh, yeah, we can do that. Do you want me to do the two for you and then?
Yeah.
Okay. Who wants to go first? Rock, paper, scissors.
I will read for you if you
Okay.
like.
Yes.
Now I'm going to bring out the Golden Tarot for the strength, and then we will do the Whispers of Healing for the weakness.
Okay. And I'll start. Oh, this is the one I thought looked like Meredith Brooks. Does that not look like a young Meredith Brooks?
Yeah, totally.
I like how she's holding that dagger in her hand. Don't mess with me.
Ooh, Heather.
Ooh, and we also have Septima in here too.
Oh my gosh, that's beautiful. What card is that? Is that the
That's
High
the
Priest?
High Priestess.
Oh my
Yeah.
goodness. And you know, it's funny because when Patchouli Lightworker gave me this deck, I told her now I officially feel like I've been elevated to High Priestess status.
No, you can't come up here. Get down.
So that's called the Tarot de la Nuit.
Yeah, I'll type it in the chat. It's put out by Lascarabeo. Puts it out. It's called Tarot, and they actually have a oracle deck, but I tend to use this as an oracle too as well because of it's non-traditional. Because with pentacles, you don't see all the pentacles. You might see one circle,
Nuit.
so it's a different approach. Mm-hmm.
Now there was another perfume, an old something Nuit. Was it or Noir? I'm getting it all mixed up now.
Noir,
anyway.
something noir, I believe.
Yes, you know the one. It was another sickeningly sweet one.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, Heather, for your strength, I like this. It is the 9 of Cups in reverse. It shows that you could never be selfish with your love if you tried. Your strength is giving love freely, helping people. You would never hold back, even if you got hurt. You wouldn't allow that to stop you from continuing loving. You would just learn from it and keep loving somebody else who appreciates it. You would not ever let anything stop you from doing that. That is your strength. And that doesn't surprise me. I've seen it in action.
That's amazing because last year I was betrayed by so many people and they were pretty much all women.
Isn't it always the case? So you can rely on me, sister.
Oh my goodness. Maybe I'm not supposed to use this deck for you. Oh
Okay.
my God.
Well, things are messy, and that could be part of the energy that we need to read. Now, your weakness that you need to improve on is the hidden blessings, and I've never seen this card yet.
Ooh.
It also happens to be the number of the day I was born on, 26, the number of day Auric was born on, 26.
So is my papa, 1026.
So he's coming through here, and the hidden blessings. So you're just not seeing some of them. And I'm going to hold this picture up slowly and move it slowly so you can get an idea of all of the art.
I love her artwork. I have a book with butterflies of hers on it. It's just, I don't know how she does it, how meticulous.
There's a lot of marker mixed in with watercolor, I think. Look at that.
That's detailed. Mm-hmm.
You can stare into this and get a story from just one card. So, but you're intuitive enough, so I'm going to leave it there for you.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, I'm going to use this deck then because that one just kept flying into, That was strange.
Drakkar Noir. That was it, Raven.
Drakkar.
Thank you. That was like
Oh,
1991.
Drakkar was so. And there was, yeah. It was
I
a popular
liked-
cologne amongst the men. Yep, that and Obsession. Oh my God, I loved Obsession for many years.
I liked the Polo for men. I even wore it myself.
Okay.
Puzzles. Nice, Sid.
Hmm. Okay. Oh, okay. This is going to, I'm going to need a minute for this.
Oh, thank you, Patchouli. Okay, sorry. I was
No.
catching up there.
I'm looking at this, and for the strengths, I got the trap card. I'm going to, oh, I should have put you up on the, I'm sorry about that, hon, but for you,
Oh,
the trap card, this, and the strength is that this is no longer how you feel. For a time, you were strong for many years, and you shared some of your story with me, so this makes a lot of sense. And not just being physically or emotionally trapped by an individual, but the ravens and the crows are also birds of mystery, of wisdom, of hidden knowledge, of spirituality. So that is released as well. It's no longer trapped inside of you. It's released. You know, all this knowledge and these abilities and the strengths were kept caged up for a while, but you never let that get you down. You remain strong through all of that. And the card for a weakness is that there may be times where, because of all the past hurts, and I can relate to this, wanting to keep those doors closed. It says forbidden, and not wanting to let people in. And in this instance, I don't know necessarily too if this is a weakness. This was covered last week or when we were talking about boundaries and how strong we make them and how necessarily impenetrable that some of us have been hurt so much that we make it almost impossible to the point where our love and our energy can't get out to the people that we love or the kind of people that we want to not trap, that we want to that we want to bring into our inner circle. So the weakness of, it's not a weakness wanting to protect yourself and keeping people at bay, but just making sure that, and I know you do a lot of protection work, a lot of boundary work. Um, but for a while there, you had to keep those doors closed, locked, and tight. And that was not a weakness. It was part of the strength. And now, with this large community, that light is shining through. And I loved how I just said that because at the top is the symbol for the cards in the book, and it's that beautiful blue crescent, kind of like what they did for I don't know if anyone's ever seen the Mists of Avalon, but they had the blue crescent on the priestesses' foreheads. And it's not the same as that crescent. It was, the upside down crescent in blue. But for me, that's representing the third eye too, the magic of the raven coming through, the power of the crow, of the raven, the rebirth.
I have that tattooed on my ankle because it's my animal totem.
Lovely. So yeah, the crow, the raven might have been trapped for a while, but she's free.
Thank you so much. I think we both got a very accurate reading there.
Yes. And one more for the collective.
Let's do it.
One card. I usually pull 3 is what I feel like pulling when I do the collective.
Okay.
So are you good with that?
I'm good with that.
Okay. Am I still going to use this deck or am I going to use a different one? I'm going to use 3 different decks. That's the problem with having too many decks. They're all like, me, 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 me. By the time I'm done, I would have like 9, 10 cards all in front of me. Sid is like, yay for the collective.
Yay.
Okay. I think this strength and the sweetness might still continue. I'm seeing the theme here. I like the energy. Um, okay, that card. Yeah, let's stick with the crystals. Looking up and thinking about the perfumes again, the clones. Boy, I loved Obsession on Men. I loved it for the women. I used to have a body powder where you put the poof in and you would talc, the powder all over. But,
Do you know?
when I smell a guy with, that upset, I'd be like, oh my God, this is going back in my 20s. So it's been a while.
Okay, now this one you're going to laugh at
Okay.
because I don't look nearly old enough to be saying this, but I had the powder puff with Chantilly lace.
Mm-hmm.
Chantilly lace had a pretty face, a ponytail, a hanging down.
Wow. Music is still around today.
Yes.
So, are you all set, or do you want me to go first?
I'm all set.
Oh, okay.
I'll pull one. What do I pull 3 and then you pull 3?
Yeah, I always feel like pulling 3 at least for the collective. So that's what I have. I have
Get a good base. Okay.
Yeah.
Commit to happiness, collective. Commit to happiness. I love this. Rainbows. Rainbows, lollipops, and animals running around. I mean, do you know I'm hearing another song here? And you and me are free to be you and me. Take my hand, come with me, where the children are free. That kind of happiness. Unapologetically happy and free. Even if you want to wear Joseph's Technicolor dream coat to go to the grocery store, do it. Commit to happiness. Nothing is ridiculous.
When you say rainbow, I can think of like a rainbow in the dark. Sorry.
No, don't be. Okay, I would walk up to any guy and wearing and just go up and take a big whiff.
Walk away.
And barriers, I don't believe it with that last one that came out, the forbidden to protect. But see, this looks like viciously protecting something. You know what it is? It's viciously protecting the happiness. Oh, I put it back in the deck somewhere else, but you remember it. Committing to happiness, but protect that, because the more your light shines, the more the darkness wants to stamp it out. So that's you being as fierce as the darkness, saying no, nobody gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna hold me down. Oh no.
No. I got to keep on moving. Yep.
Right? So we're getting a musical message here. And then the third and final one is sensitivity. Oh. Now I'm getting a strong message from.
Oh, I love that one.
I'm getting a strong message from this one. You know how I said I want to try and recreate the Ginette with natural things? This is being careful about what you put on your body, not cheap St. Ives drugstore lotions, using natural things. Especially when you get older, our aging skin requires natural oils to go back into it. Our skin gets very dry, and using good quality moisturizers, even look into making things yourself with a simple grapeseed oil and some essential oil, just a touch. You don't need all these drugstore products. Going back to the basics. Whether you're masculine or feminine, it doesn't matter. Take good care of your skin and incorporate Mother Nature. The end.
So it's get the image of singing happily. Someone interrupts you, slap them hard, and go back to singing. And also, Lisa Rhodes is right. Sauvage is gorgeous cologne. I told Shan, I would love to be able to see if he could put, get a sample he doesn't really wear cologne anymore, but he likes his Old Spice. But that Sauvage by Johnny Depp, I doubt he actually wears it, but
I've never heard of it.
it smells so good. It really, really does. Whew. My skin and hair is all natural. There you go. Of course, Miss Tarot D. Okay, so I continue with Wisdom of the Night. And just so people know, the Wisdom of the Night Oracle deck by Colette Baron Reed, I didn't know it when I ordered it, but I ended up keeping the deck anyways. It was based on another like teenage vampire, I guess, kind of young, is a young teen vampire, which kind of thing. And they were like, "Are you still you want it?" And I'm like, no, the images really speak to me and they really are beautiful. And before I go, I mean, the high priest, they have the different high priestesses for the different directions. Um, the artwork on these are just absolutely stunning.
Wow.
That's air. Um, if I can find the people can bear with me. I was like, I wasn't going to keep on for very long, but once I get
Oh,
chatty,
sorry. I don't know where that came from.
the high priestess of earth, and look at that one. Look at her hair. Isn't that beautiful?
Gorgeous.
And there's just the high priestess of fire. And if I can just, everyone would just bear with me for 1 second while I find the one for spirit. It's just beautiful. Oh, there she is. And this is the high priestess of spirit. And I love the purples and the violets. Just, and then she's got all the other faces up there because all the elements make up spirit. So yeah. Alrighty. Focus. So for going forward for the rest of the week, I got choices. Kelowna. So these are the characters' names from the books that are in the parentheses. I'm not sure who these people are, and that's actually not a. Hey, Miss Tarot D. There's a nice for the ladies too, but Miss Tarot D. There you go. There's some eye candy for you. So making choices, and of course you have the dark and the light, and just because something is dark doesn't mean that it's bad. So for me, it's just the choice of choices that need to be made and this week. And when you make those choices, be perfectly honest with yourself when you make that that decision, that choice. Make sure that it's for the highest good of not just everyone involved, but for yourself. Um, and the last one that I got was Tiger's Eye, which is solar plexus, and it says animals, but also solar plexus meaning personal power. So making sure that the choices that you make this week um, are from a place of pure honesty, being true to yourself. Um, just like some of the other cards were saying, being true to yourself first and foremost before others. Um, and the solar plexus. And when you make those choices, the solar plexus being your place of personal power, empowerment, your seat of power, standing strong in your truths, being, not to be cruel or to be, mean or to meaning to people, but just being firm, healthy boundaries and standing by those choices that you make.
That healthy boundaries is a big theme.
Yeah, that really started coming up last year, and more people are starting to finally understand and embrace and try to utilize that. And I learned about boundaries and everything through DBT and CBT groups that I take through my healthcare, my mental health care doctor's office. Just you just learn so much effective ways of interpersonal effectiveness, healthy relationships, learning when when someone's being passive aggressive, or learning how to address people and speak in a certain way that prevents, and boundaries being semi-porous, too porous, or too restrictive. You learn a lot. um,
Yes.
he can bring the devil out of me. Oh, sweetheart. Yeah, put some dark hair on that guy. You know, the only, well, yeah, I'm just going to leave it at that. But yeah, I agree. I think a lot of us agree. So it is almost 11 o'clock. Thank you, oh, wait a minute. Tarot shop. No, it's Shot Woman. I love the GG Tarot. I'm not sure what the GG Tarot is. That
Golden Girls.
the Golden Girls. Oh, okay. Oh, I'll have to go take a look at that. I liked watching the Golden Girls, but as I got older, it just kind of
Fizzled out for me.
fizzled out for me. I could not stand Blanche, and I think a lot of it was because I had a mother that was very much like her, and it could be very embarrassing, and it was kind of detrimental. So, not going too much. Whenever I would see the show and I'd be her, I'd be like,
Yeah.
But yeah, the golden. That's I am like you, Heather. Dark hair. Yeah. There's a couple of blondes I've liked over the years, but you know.
Mine have majority been dark haired as well. And in some cases, even darker skinned. I think sometimes we can find the opposite of our traits to be exotic.
Yeah. Have nice dreams tonight, ladies, and Miss Tarot D. So everybody, thank you for joining us. And oh, Heather, I wanted to be like Blanche. Oh, okay, Lisa. You do you, boo. Thank you for hanging out with me on this pop-up. Thank you, Septina, again for joining me.
Thank you.
Everybody, please remember to hit like and subscribe. Subscribe to Septina's channel, Tipsy Tea Leaf Oracle, and also please, if you have not, please check out Miss Tarot D. Like and subscribe to her channel. Sending everybody. Oh, and Patchouli Lightworker has a channel. Raven Parker is working on the future one. Yay, let's get that going. And if I have forgotten anybody else, my apologies. And this Friday, I will be on Amy Smiling Light and Love for the Friday the 13th. I'm going to be with her, Sherry H., Voices from the Swamp. And there was another guest, I believe it was Aries Girl, Allison. So thank you again for everybody for coming. And I will see you all later. Love y'all. Bye. Mwah.